Hi there, my name is Kurt Simpson, and along with my wife, we own a successful 10 therapist massage clinic in Australia. And in this video, I'm going to share some of the top turnoffs for massage clients, all in the hope that some of these can help you and you might be able to use them to improve your rebooking rate if you might be making these mistakes. So I'll start with a story. A few weeks ago, I was at jiu-jitsu and I was talking to one of the other members of the club, and we were just sitting on the sidelines having a break, having a chat, and asking her how her weekend was. And she told me that she'd just been for a treatment. We do beauty treatments at our clinic as well, and she had gone for a facial. Like, she was telling me the story. I said, that sounds nice. How was it? And she said, it was all right. I got a gift voucher, but the lady talked the whole time. And she didn't know what I did. She didn't know that I owned a massage and beauty clinic. And I said, where did you go? I didn't think it was going to be our place, but she said, Restore and Revive. And I was like, oh yeah, so tell me a bit more about that. And I started asking more questions before I said it was my place. And she was just like, she was just talking a lot about herself, and it wasn't very relaxing. And I was like, I'm sorry about that. I actually own that place, and I'm sorry about that. You've had that. That kind of got me thinking. I was embarrassed, first of all, that someone had came in, even though we have trainings for our team about customer service and how we treat clients, and we have procedures and stuff. She didn't pay money, but someone had paid money for her to come in and have a treatment in the expectation that it was going to be relaxing. She was going to get what was expected. And we have over 400 5-star reviews about how much people love us, but we have new therapists coming in all the time, and it's hard to know exactly what they're doing unless customers leave us feedback. But the lady I was talking to, she didn't leave us feedback. So it's hard to get it right if you have a team. But even if you work for yourself, I hope some of these can help you. I've got written down, I think, 7 or 8 turnoffs for massage clients that you might not even realize you're doing. Anyway, we end up giving her a free treatment, but let's get into these turnoffs. So number one I've got is not understanding my problems properly. And some of these are from personal experience. Like, a lot of these are from my own experience when I've gone in to get massages at other places, because I get a massage every week or every couple of weeks, depending on how my back's going. And I often go to other places because my place is a long way from where I live, and I like to try other places as well, and like to get massages from non-employees. I found a great therapist at the moment, but one big pet peeve is not understanding my problems. So if I come in with a problem, typically I come in with a injury or just a small pain. I want the therapist to understand my problems, because I'm coming in to a massage with the premise that this person's going to help fix me. And so when you go to a doctor, the doctor asks questions, and if the doctor understands you well enough, he can then provide a solution that you'll be confident with. And the same goes with massage. If you don't ask enough questions to the client, and you don't find out their problems and what might be causing them and all this stuff, how are you going to help that person? And how are you going to confidently ask the client to come back if they don't even think that you understood the problem or you can help them? Okay, so that is number one, not understanding the client's problems properly. I just want to take a second to ask you for a small favor. If you're finding this video helpful, if you could just tap the like button underneath it, I'd be really grateful. That will tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with more massage therapists around the world. And hopefully that will help them all earn more income, which is what they deserve. Thanks for helping. Another big issue I've found is not focusing enough on the areas I talk about before the session. This relates to the first one. You have to find out the problems that the customer is having, the client, and what's causing them. And then, I don't know if you ever had this happen, but you go in to get a massage, and then you tell the client you've got issues with your shoulder, or you tell the therapist you've got issues with your shoulder or your back, etc. And then they just spend a little bit of time there. Or, you say your preference is to get a head massage or a neck massage, and they spend a little bit of time there. So this is a really quick one, but do a proper consultation, ask a lot of questions, and then actually customize the massage for the client, because that is a pet peeve for clients if you don't. The next one is not asking for a rebooking or doing everything you can to rebook them. So this is another issue I have myself, and I'm sure your clients might have this as well if you're not doing it, but I'm aware that one massage is not going to help fix me and if I have a chronic issue, and especially if you as a therapist, you should be conveying that. How many times have you been in for a massage and they barely ask you to rebook, or they weekly ask you to rebook? They're just non-committal about it. They're not confident. The therapist isn't confident in rebooking you. You're not going to be confident, and then you're not going to get a treatment plan that's going to help them get out of pain. Okay, so the client wants to get out of pain. If you aren't confident in getting them out of pain and conveying that and showing them how you're going to help them, you've just basically almost wasted their time, because now they have to go to another therapist who's going to give them a treatment plan to help get them out of pain. Like when I'm as a client, if a therapist isn't confident in not asking me, not saying they want to rebook me because they want to help me in all these areas, that's annoying, because I want to get out of pain. One session's not going to do it. I need help long term. And the next one is dirty, untidy rooms, especially and including under the bed. I'm sure you've been to massage places. I know I have that. You walk in, the room is untidy. There's boxes everywhere. It's not decorated nicely. It doesn't look professional. That just doesn't look good. As a client, you want to go to a place that looks professional, and you want to go to a place that takes pride in the appearance of the business, because it kind of transfers over. If you take pride in your business, if you it looks like you have your stuff together with the room, then it will convey that you have your stuff together with your massage knowledge and your ability to help clients. They go hand in hand. How professional the business is, how professional the room is, and tidy the room is. And here's the thing that I even found out at a massage at my clinic one day. One of the rooms I went in, I had a massage, and under the table, I could see rust on the leg of the table, and I could see dust and a cobweb underneath one of the cabinets that you can't see walking around as a therapist. You don't get on the table very often. You don't see what the client sees. So take a look at that and make sure that they are seeing a nice professional area under the table as well. That's a good tip. Here's another really quick one, and we've had a complaint about this in the past, and that is some people want to be notified before they get their underwear touched and moved or tucked down. I know this, like most people will be doing this, right? But if you're not, it's easy to get caught out in. Some people are very touchy about you grabbing their underwear and pulling it down to tuck the towel in, etc., so you can access that area to massage. But that's just a quick one. That is a pet peeve. It can really shock people if they haven't had a massage before. It's just good to communicate to people before you're kind of accessing like the area, those kind of areas, but that's a little one too. The final two, really quickly, cold room. It's like where I go now, the therapist is really good. She puts a blanket over me, but if the room's too cold, put a blanket on, ask the client if the temperature is okay, things like that, just real basic stuff, because if a client walks out of there freezing, there's a good chance they're not going to rebook, and if they rebook, they're probably going to cancel, because being cold for an hour is not a good feeling. The last one is poor hygiene. I have never experienced this, but I know it is an issue for some clients. If a therapist doesn't have great hygiene or they smell, that is a massive turnoff. So apart from that, those are all the biggest turnoffs that I've experienced or that I know people experience. If this video has helped you, feel free to throw a like down the bottom. And if you have any other turnoffs, please put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and I'd love that people watch this video we can learn from each other. So apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.